Welcome to the third day in our 31 Days Love Challenge. This is the Engaged Singles edition. Don't worry, very soon we'll be doing the married edition, and you don't want to miss the married edition if you are married. Okay, let's quickly look at the quote for the day. Court wedding is the legal joining of a couple. Traditional wedding is the cultural and the parental joining of a couple. And church wedding is the spiritual joining of a couple. Each of these is important in safeguarding the destiny of your home. There are three sides to joining. We have the court wedding, which you can also call the registry or the legal aspect. Now, what is the importance of the court wedding? Now, the court wedding is you bringing your new home, your marriage, under the law of the land. Are you getting it? That means in the future, if you want to seek redress or anything is not going the way you want it in that marriage, or one person is not faithful to the marriage covenant, the law can help you in resolving issues if need be. I would strongly advise that you do that in planning for your home. The second aspect, apart from the legal joining, is what we call the parental or the traditional wedding. This is where the dowry or the bride price is being paid to your parents, as the case might be. God help you if the bride price is 1 million naira. You have to trust God to pay up, or you negotiate. I know you can negotiate the bride price. And there are some places the bride price of the lady might be 25 million. God help you, depending on the number that you have in your end. And I've seen cases where the bride price of the lady is just 1,000 naira. The parent just decided it's just 1,000 naira. And I want to say something here. Returning of bride price, or call it dowry, at the engagement program is wrong. It is not scriptural. It is something that must be collected with joy. Now, no matter how much or no matter how little, returning it is wrong. Are you with me? So we need to begin to correct this wrong notion. Dowry, I'll call it bride price, is something that the parents of the lady is supposed to accept with joy. You are not selling your child. Collecting that does not mean you are selling your child and you tell them we are not selling our child, don't match it. No. The traditional or the parental joining is equally important. So the first one is the court wedding, where you get the legal blessing over your home. The second one is the traditional, or call it the engagement program, where you get the parental blessing over your home. The third one is what we call the white wedding, or call it the church wedding. I would think I would prefer the church wedding because white looks Western. Now, the church wedding is where you get the spiritual blessing upon your home. Now, I understand that many of us, due to the intricacies of some churches where the demands of the pastor, the priest, is on the high side, you have to bring 30 disposable plates of rice, 30 drinks, wine, honorarium, and because of that, people are running away from all of those responsibilities. That's one of the reasons why people now prefer to go for garden weddings, or you do it in the court, or you boycott church. Or as much as possible, I would advise that getting the blessing of the priest, getting the blessing of ministers of God over your home is key. Are you getting it now? So the first one is the court wedding, that's the legal blessing. The second one is the traditional, that's the parental blessing. And the third one is the church wedding, that is the spiritual blessing. So Pastor Jethro, between the three, which one should I go for? I will strictly advise go for the three. I did the three. I've advised a whole lot of our mentees, sons and daughters, to go through the three. You can now decide to either collect the certificate from the church or to collect at the registry. Are you getting it? Now, you cannot collect certificates from two ends. That's criminal. If you try that, you have done a wrong thing under the law. So it's either you get your certificate in the church or you get your certificate in the court. And you understand? So you cannot get to certificate, and your parents cannot even give you a certificate that you are married. But make sure you go through the three. Don't boycott any. Now, let me also divine here that church wedding might happen outside the church building. Church wedding can happen under a tent. Church wedding can happen under a tree. Church wedding can happen in a garden. It can happen in a hall, an event center. What makes it a church wedding is the presence of ministers of God, to bring the presence of God, to bring the presence of God upon your home. So sit down and then think about this. Now, our advice, that you sort this out. Now, we've seen cases where the lady will say, I don't want church wedding, I want two, and the guy will say, I want the three. Please discuss, trash this issue out. This is one of the things that we'll be doing at the Engaged Singles Retreat come 2nd and 3rd of June at Ilaji Resort in Ibadan. Please, our advice, trust God for the money, 15,000. Many of us have actually spent 15,000 ago while you were eating out, hanging out, looking at each other's picture and looking at each other's face and say, open your mouth, let me give you meat pie. Stop it now, stop it now. You understand those efficacy that we do. Okay, but this 15,000 covers for your feeding, accommodation, logistics, everything about the conference. The pictures are there on the screen that you can see now. That is the last edition we had last year. You can't afford to miss this. A good number of the people who attended this, close more than 40% of them are now married with good testimony. You don't want to miss the teaching section, the prayer section, the counseling section, and the games. Car, you go flex, you will enjoy it. So please, 15,000 naira for you and your babe or your lady. You can help your guy pay bagger, you can pay for your lady, or the two of you can decide depending on your salary, and then just agree on how to pay up. Date is 2nd and 3rd of June at Ilaji Resort, Ibadan. What's the action point for today? The action point is that you and your partner should sit down and discuss the type of joining that you think is best for you. Are you going for the church, the legal, or the registry, or the court, or the engagement? Are you going for the court wedding, the parental, or the church blessing? Please see you tomorrow on day 4.